All right, happy Monday night, everybody. Welcome into the broadcast, the daily broadcast. We ran it through a focus group for like 2 months. We're going to do a daily show. We're going to broadcast it. It's going to be every day, and we're going to broadcast it. What do you think we should call it? And they said, call it the daily broadcast. So here we are with the daily broadcast from Raiderland. All right, glad you're with us tonight. A lot of Texas Tech football to get into. Mondays now in Raiderland, we ask you a couple of questions. What do you know? What do you think you know? What do you not know? Whether it's Texas Tech football, Dallas Cowboys, Big 12, college football, NFL, anything else in the wide world of anything. What do you know? What do you think you know? What do you not know? You tell us tonight on the broadcast. We hand out helmet stickers every Monday celebrating awesomeness because that's what we do. We want to make helmet stickers great again. All I wanted as a kid on my helmet was a helmet sticker. And when I got to high school, they were phasing them out in the mid 80s, and I was so disappointed. I'm like, I threw a touchdown pass. I need a sticker. They're coming back. We want to make them great again. Fall is back in West Texas, and it feels good. We have Big 12 hoops to talk about and a new TV partner. And then we did the commentary today on Joey McGuire. Did he turn a small corner as a head coach this weekend against Arizona State? We'll explain as we go through. Now, you guys know what to do. The early arrivals, James is already doing it there on Facebook, giving us thumbs up. Let us know the audio is good, the video is good, and everything else is good. Share it with your friends. Invite them on in. Craig says the talking box is on. Dang it, he's right. Let's make it happen right now. In 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, theraiderland.com. You started your day there, got the hot links, saw what we were going to do tonight. It's awesome. That's why you went there. And we want even more of you commenting on the website. Not a message board, but you can fire your comments in. I'll respond if I see it. It's cool. We want that to happen. theraiderland.com. Brought to you in part tonight by Arctic Air. That's right. The Arctic Air Studios, where we call home. And it's nice tonight. It's going to be nice the next couple of days. We survived the summer. Is your heating unit ready to survive the winter? Winter is coming. Arctic Air is there. Call the bear. All right? Don't wait. Don't wake up one morning and it's like 47 degrees in your house and it's an emergency. Give them a holler right now. Call the bear. Tell them we sent you. Also brought to you on Mondays by Domino's Pizza, football, Monday Night Football, double header, Monday Night Football, pizza. Yeah. What do we got tonight? We got cool stuff going on at Domino's. All toppings, all pizzas, one topping, not all toppings. All pizzas, one topping, $7.99. That's a carry-out deal. You can also mix and match tonight. Choose any 2 or more, including the new 5-cheese mac and cheese, $6.99 each. Check it out. And of course, I love the New York style large 3-topping, $10.99. Order now at Domino'sPizzaDomino's.com. They don't deliver yet, but Sideline Provisions is where you go to get the best in Texas Tech apparel. Glad to represent them now in Raiderland, wherever you are. If you're outside the area, go to quarter four. That's the old Cardinal Sports Center. Go to their website. We link to it. But go to quarter 4. You can order online. They'll ship. If you're in Lubbock, the old Cardinals is now quarter 4. Go there. Look good. Saturday night game, Cincinnati. Thank you very much. All communication brought to you by United Supermarkets. I was blending into Boot City there. They're 1 money 7 mile outside the loop. Actually, they almost are. I think down there on Milwaukee. But anyways, United Supermarkets, they put their name on arenas at Texas Tech. They spend money at Texas Tech. There's another supermarket chain in town that doesn't. Shop where you want to shop. In Boot City, all the Western wear, including this fine pearl snap shirt. Do I need to get up and show you the awesomeness that is? I think I did. Call Cody. Go by. Tell him we said hey. Jeff, all's good on the YouTube. We like that. We got YouTube. All I need now is my the thumbs up are from the Periscope days. Yeah, we still continue them now. All we need now is our Twitter and X people, or our X people that used to be people that are now Twitter people. That's really weird. Weird. All right, let's get it going. What do we know today? What do we not know? And what do we think we know? So we can start off with Texas Tech or the Cowboys or whatever is passionate with you. What do you think you know after, 4 games with Texas Tech? What do you think you know about this team from an offensive standpoint, defense, otherwise coaching? And we'll get into my thoughts on why I think Joey McGuire turned a corner. But I want to hear from you what you think you know, what you don't know. Hey, we can start off Tech. We can do Cowboys. What we think we know about the Cowboys? No, what I know about the Cowboys is everything wrong with the Cowboys is what we thought was wrong with them going in. But you guys, some of you, not all of you, the smart ones didn't, bought into the Cleveland game. Well, Cleveland sucks. And now you're seeing you have no run game. The offensive line is substandard. The defense wasn't addressed. You're not good. Dallas is not going to make the playoffs. What do we know today? Tonight, right now, the Dallas Cowboys will not make the playoffs. All right. Now, I'm going to try to do some of these as we go through tonight and see if we can fire them up and say, Randy says, Big 12, pretty watered down. Tech has a tremendous opportunity to run this conference this season. It's not watered down, in my opinion. All right? It's not watered down. The teams are good. There's not a lot of separation. And if we look around college football, I think college football this year is kind of watered down. Who's great? You tell me Texas is great. All right, show me when it's over. Georgia, yeah, we think they're great. We'll find out this week in a little bit about that. We'll find out a little bit more, won't we? Let's see. Jeff, see if I can bring that up. No, I know Taj Brooks is the key to our success. Run first, play action downfield to the win. Yeah. I think we knew that a couple of weeks ago. I think we know that now for sure. 100%. Everything revolves around Taj Brooks, so do it. Don't abandon it. And in fact, everything revolves around the run game, and whether it's Cameron Dickey or Taj Brooks, keep running it. Tell the defense you're going to do it because Baron Morton looks great play-action passing. This offense, 3-level deep, looks great play-action passing. You got away from that, by the way, as the game went on a little bit. You started to do a little bit of, we're going to take what you give us and everything else. Challenge. Got to challenge downfield. Oh, but you can't challenge downfield if your offensive line sucks. And guess what right now? The Texas Tech offensive line sucks in pass protection. That's something we know right now. The Texas Tech offensive line. What do we know on a Monday? The Tech offensive line right now sucks in pass protection. Danny, let's bring his comment up. It'll be interesting to see if Tech can win on the road with a very late kickoff. Yeah, we saw that today. Arizona coming up 10 o'clock our time. I'll do a commentary, by the way. If you guys don't subscribe to our YouTube channel, you should. That's the quickest way to get the commentary. 60 seconds of Raiderland. Why do we call it 60 seconds of Raiderland? Because 120 seconds was copyrighted, and we always go longer. It's kind of an inside joke. It's a crap deal on the start time. I'll talk about it tomorrow. Is Morton's passing arm giving him trouble? Mark puts that out there on Facebook. And where are my Twitter people? What's going on Twitter? You guys are late. We got a ton of people I know on Twitter right now. United Supermarkets busting their hump, making sure you can get in. Get in, Twitter people. Get in, X people. Not X people, but you get the idea. Is Morton's passing arm giving him trouble? No. I thought we saw that 2 weeks ago. What's giving him trouble is that when he doesn't step up into the pocket, and he can't step up into the pocket, he's just not a really big, huge, upright guy that has that kind of arm that can do it. He's got to be technically correct, which is good. He's been coached right. He understands mechanics. He understands what makes it work for him. He's got to step into the throw. He's got to be able to do that. To do that, he's either got to have a clean pocket or roll out and then get re-centered to the throw. The pass protection was horrible this weekend. That's why the completion percentage was bad. It was good short. Texas Tech downfield was horrible, just like they were downfield horrible against Washington State. You got to have protection if you want to throw it more than 14 yards downfield. Texas Tech needs to do that. Now, one of the ways to do that is more play action passing. Tech got away from that as the game went on. Give me more play action passing. What do we know? What do we not know? What do we think we know? On a Monday, we know play action passing is the key to the Tech offense right now. Good question. Let's see. Hold on. Craig, Cleveland is where quarterbacks go today. That'd be really weird if like lots of quarterbacks, old quarterbacks and stuff, would just go to Cleveland and die and stuff. That would, like there's a home there or something. All right, I'm trying to scroll back up. Gotta go. Hold on. Going back up here. Chris, I know that the Big 12 is by far the most entertaining conference in football. Were you not entertained? Were you not entertained? Baylor, Colorado? Were you not entertained watching BYU beat Kansas State? Well, probably not, actually. Really wasn't that good. Chris, yet people still pay hundreds of dollars to fill up Jerry World talking about the Cowboys, yeah. I think, says Chris, I think I know that Josh Kelly is the best wide receiver in the Big 12. He's really good. If he's not the best, he's really good. Fake Natalie Maines, who may not be the real Natalie Maines, jumping in. I bought one Craig Junior Miller's award-winning book, Never Buying Into the Cowboys Again. After week one, we kind of told you guys about that. He's made so much money on that. I love it. Mark, Cameron Dickey is a big surprise in getting better. Yeah, I guess he's a big surprise. He is getting better. He had one of the great spin moves and runs that we've seen around here in a while. I mean, I dare EA Sports to try to duplicate that. James, I know Tech defense can tackle in space better than years past, says on Facebook. You guys on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. Where are my Twitter people? Come on, Twitter people. I know you're there. Thanks to United Supermarkets, you can get in. Here in the Arctic Air Studios, brought to you by Domino's Pizza, Monday Night Football, brought to you by Sideline Provisions. You want to look good, always look as good as the team. This week, Saturday night, black it out. Go over there to Quarter 4, the old Cardinals. Get you some good stuff. Owned and operated by real Red Raiders, real and factual Red Raiders. We're talking about Sideline Provisions. All right, we're going to do this one. Put that one up there. I got to be careful. I put one up, and then it's hard to scroll back down. We knew the running game, says Alan, was the focal point last season. Shocked it had to be rediscovered in Game 3. Yeah, yes and no. And here's why it's not completely a no. Zach Kinley and Joey McGuire, and we're going to get to the whole Joey McGuire turning point thing probably with about 10 to 5 minutes left in the show. So hang in there. Also, helmet stickers. I'm going to give my son, a freshman in college, a helmet sticker tonight for his epic behavior this weekend. Don't want to miss that. And if you guys heard the commentary, you know what we're going to talk about regarding Joey McGuire. But both Kinley and McGuire are very wedded to the idea of take what the defense gives you, which is great to a point. And the point is, I think you dictate to the defense until they take away everything you can dictate. Now, if I were sitting here with Zach Kinley right here, it would be incredibly awkward. There's another chair. He'd probably be sitting right here on my knee. He's way tall, so he'd be above Joe Ely and above the Williams and Hyatt show picture that I've got up there from 1994. It'd be really weird as hell, but he would probably say, that's what we do. We dictate. Well, I would submit that sometimes Texas Tech gives away too much and doesn't force enough on the defense to say, we're going to keep dictating to you what we do. That you want to take away this, we're going to run. Now we're going to go play action. You're going to take away the play action. We're going to do this. That there's a B, there's a C, and a D. Splitting hairs, probably. So when you say they rediscover the run game in game 3, they would submit to you, no, we know the run game. We got to do it again against North Texas, and now we do it here. It's a crappy job of answering that question, but that's really how offensive flow works sometimes. Randy is on Facebook. President Trump is attending the Bama-Georgia game. How cool would it be for Trump to attend a Tech game? Can't imagine how a university will run security. They'd run it better than they do in other places. Tech once introduced the Tech starting lineup because Mike Leach was a huge Trump fan and called him up and stuff. And Trump on an ABC broadcast, I think it was an OU game around 06, 7, somewhere through there. I think he announced the starting lineup on that. Jan, your opinion on 2 kickers. I'm going to put Jan up there right now. Your opinion on 2 kickers. If you have 2 kickers, you have 2 kickers, and I can't believe it's working, and I'm shocked by it, and I've never seen it, and they keep, are we doing a competition? The first one who misses has to go get a scholarship at Angelo State. I don't know. It's working. I've never seen it. Never seen it before. I'm shocked that it's working. I would think at a certain point you would know that one guy is a little better at this than the other. And then I would think at a certain point, one of the guys would get mad and just go, what the hell do I got to do? Not me, not my party, not my monkey, not my circus. I'm shocked it's working. Never seen anything like it. I think they're playing with fire, but go ahead. Mark wants to know, what was the problem with the receiver dropping passes? Which receiver, which passes? I mean, that could be anything right there, You got to scroll down here. You guys are killing me on this. All right, gotta go down here. Helmet sticker to all the small high schools. And thank you, Mark, on X, on Twitter. We love to hear from people on Twitter and X every night. Thanks to United Supermarkets. You guys got to chime in. Sounded good on X. Helmet sticker to all the small high schools. Fan bases that travel more than an hour to support their team. When my son was playing for Ropes, if it was less than an hour, it was a home game, You kind of got used to that. Jeff, after watching the Mizzou-Vandy game, helmet stickers to both the Tech's kickers. Absolutely. Chris on Facebook, I just thought maybe Joey saw how going for it on 4th down can be a killer this past weekend. We'll get to that in a moment. File that away. We'll see the best receiver in Arizona. All right, we'll see. McMillan, an absolute monster. He had a huge game. Who was it? Week 2 or week 1 or week 2? He had the huge game against. I can't remember. We'll see. Arizona, I think, has been suboptimal to this point. Not nearly as good as people were led to believe, but yeah, he can play. Alan, Lubbock County Sheriff's Office is better than Secret Service. That's true. Kelly Rowe kicks ass. Here's to Kelly Rowe, everybody. Chris, I think it was the 07 OU game. Bradford got knocked out early in Tech 1. I think that's right. I think I was in Las Vegas calling Lady Raider basketball that night. I'm almost certain that's where we were. Have to go. We could cross-reference some schedules, Mark, something is not working on X for you tonight. Well, I don't do drugs. I apologize. Hopefully it's good. And that's why we have, and this is a great point right here. I'm going to put this up here. It says, Mark, something not working for you on X. That's why we're on Twitter and X. That's why we're on YouTube, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on YouTube channel, and on Facebook Live. That's why you subscribe to all of our channels. Don't cost nothing. And I hate it when something weird's going on with Elon's platform, and it's great. But that's why you have backups wherever you like to watch it. You want to take it in on Twitter, that's great. You want to take it in on the other mediums, we don't care where you watch it. And then for the replay people, theraiderland.com. And I hope everybody who watches says, hey, I'm going to share this after they post it, invite some people in. Alan on YouTube. You know what McGuire did with $1 million? 2 kickers, same time. See, that's what happens when I Ron Burgundy through some of these comments. You guys, in our Ron Burgundy, I don't have a red Solo cup. And then again, not working at Initech, or Penetrode. See, if you get the deeper reference, that's even better. Red Raider Mitch, I think someone left the analytics book in the office. We won a ball game. Jeff, 17 people on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel with the algorithm. See, now I'm going to post that right there. Absolutely. We're all about growing the algorithm. And we might have 17 at one time, 22 at another, 50 at another, 7 at another. The audience flow does what it does. But if you guys can continue to grow it, that's what makes it more fun. And I appreciate you guys doing that. Jeff gets it right there on the YouTube, where we've been growing huge here in the last couple of weeks. And we thank everybody who's out there. Whether you're on Twitter X, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, watch on all the platforms tonight. All right. You guys get in. We'll get your comments in. I'm trying to make sure. Scroll down and hit everything. Helmet stickers. Who do you want to celebrate for greatness? I will give my son one before we get out of here tonight. What do we know? What do we not know? What do we think we know on a Monday? From Tech football to the Big 12. What do you know about the Big 12 right now? What can you tell me about the Big 12 that you know? I don't think there's a whole lot. I don't think there's a whole lot that that you flat out 4 weeks in that you just say, yeah, we know this about the Big 12 right now. We talked about Arizona earlier. Utah, Cam Rising. Call me, not the Blondie song, which originally the name of the song was Man Machine for the movie American Gigolo. They changed it up. But call me when Cam Rising plays a meaningful snap of football. All right? Call me when that happens. What do we know? What do we not know? We know Sonny Dykes, Coronado Mustang, classmate, lost and flipped his lid in the lost SMU. Bless his heart. That was hard to watch. Didn't see that coming. Hard to watch. Two for the pizza present. Thank you. Did you think the coaches had bad clock management the last 5 minutes of the game? Hell no. If we're talking about Tech, I thought Tech clock managed the game in the fourth quarter perfect. And the drive lead, forcing them to take all their timeouts, perfect. And kicking field goals, perfect. No, 100%. I thought Tech clock managed the hell out of the game. Jeff, helmet sticker to Sonny Dykes. He's my man. I can't. Guys, you got to understand, we go way, way back. CJ says, let's see, James says the Big 12 is wide open. CJ, they're going to end up beating up on each other. Not a dominant team to show so far, talking about the Big 12, I assume. Maybe not so much beating up on each other as testing each other. Testing each other. That's what they're doing. You know, that's what's going on. Testing each other. It's pretty cool to see, right? I mean, in this league this year, it's fun to watch. Chris, is Dana getting canned? Dana who? Not sure who you're talking about. Give me something, Dana. To be fair, Sonny, it was a bad call. Yeah, and it was a bad game. Jeff, the last 5 minutes of the game was anti-Mike Leach clock management. I'm going to put that up on the screen. Yes, it was. That no matter, there were a couple of things on that drive that we talked about there in the fourth quarter that two things you couldn't do: turn the ball over, stop the clock on an incomplete pass, force them to call timeouts, make them use their timeouts. That's why when they got the ball back, even though you allowed them through horrible prevent defense, which we all hate, but you got to do, that they get the score, but yet they still now have nothing, and no ability to come back on you. Holgerson, not at Houston anymore, if that's what you're thinking about. He may be I think he's at TCU. Big 12 football, if you only like basketball, they're just going to beat it up on each other, says Chris. That's fine. But anymore with football, you get a chance to get into the playoff, and at least one team and maybe two get a chance to prove that, hey, you come through the Big 12 and you play every week, you got something to do, you know? Let's talk about Joey McGuire for a minute. Did he turn a corner, right? Did he turn a corner this weekend? As a head coach, did he turn a small corner? And I believe he did. And that's why we did the 60 Seconds in Raiderland commentary today, and you can check it out, Facebook and otherwise, website, theraiderland.com, that he took 3 field goals. One might say that down and distance and everything else, maybe the analytics didn't say go for it, but he took 3 field goals, and that was the difference in the game, that you put points on the board, that you could have a couple of times in the red zone said, hell with it. We're dominating the game. We're going to beat these people. Let's go. Let's drive a nail through it. Let's crush them. Let's do it right now. Let's make it happen. Let's just get after it. I mean, says right here, if we get a touchdown here, we got an 87% chance of winning. If we kick a field goal, we got an 80% chance of winning. Let's go for 80%. That I don't know. Well, I do know. I think something fundamentally changed that Saturday night in Pullman, Washington, on the Palouse, when they got their ass handed to them and looked stupid going forward on 4th downs. And you didn't have to worry about it against North Texas. And then you come through a game like Saturday against Arizona State, and your margin of victory is like this. It's like this, not that big. You got to do a few things. They got to do a few things. They got a good run game. You got a good run game. They're going to adjust. You're going to adjust. Neither defense is all that great right now, statistically and otherwise. And you got to make some play. And he put points on the board. Joey McGuire put points on the board every time he had an opportunity to put points on the board. He didn't give them short fields. Meanwhile, Arizona State gave you short fields a couple of times. They eschewed the points, and they could have used the points, and they lost, and you won 30-22. It allowed you to play the game the way you could play the game the last 12 minutes of the game. What you did, taking those points, allowed it to happen. And I really think as a head coach, Joey McGuire, college football head coach, still young. Joey McGuire, coach, not young, younger than me, but not young, but it's a different animal. It's a different deal. And winning in the Big 12, That's how you win games in the Big 12 now. That's how you used to win games in the old Big 12 in the early days and the Southwest Conference days. You had to take points when you could get them, and you were glad for it. And you made no apology for kicking a 30 or a 40-yard field goal. And 40-yard field goals were a lot harder to do back then than they are now. And I think maybe that Joey McGuire turned a little bit of a corner with a validation of going, you know what? Analytics are great. Analytics are a tool. Analytics can be useful. But when I sit here as a head coach who's coached 25, 30 years now, and I understand game flow because Texas Tech was controlling the game at all times, when I understand game flow and what we can do and not do, I can look at that sheet and say, I don't care what the analytics say. I know what football says. And Joey McGuire won a football game Saturday because he did smart football decisions. And I go back to that press conference after Washington State, which I think was the most gutting press conference he's given at Tech, because he was doubting his internal coaching decisions of, I know it says this, but I know this and I know this are saying this, and this sheet doesn't matter. Sheet. So I think he turned a corner, small corner. Wasn't huge, small corner. Let's see, James. Did Joey play a little chess instead of checkers? I don't even think it was that. I think he just made good decisions. Chris on Facebook, Arizona State looked dumb going for it. I think he saw the light bulb, clicked on. I think he saw it there at Arizona State, like we said. It was such a workmanlike victory. Haven't seen Tech win a game in a long time. And you know what? Winning games, and we're going to get to Timbo's comment in a second here on YouTube channel. Winning games like that is fine. Now, how many of you guys echo this comment? I loved that boring game. How many of y'all echo that comment? Because a lot of the new to Tech football, younger generation, EA Sports, PlayStation, Mike Leach era, I think we're more than happy losing games 50-52 than winning games 30-22. I'll stand by that. They got conditioned into a deal, and I think that is a huge problem for a segment of the Tech fan base, even still today, that they fight that. Win football games. Thank you, Timbo. Jordan is on our YouTube channel. The fact that we beat UTNOU 2 years ago in large part because we were aggressive on fourth down probably caused him to be a little overzealous. Washington State brought him back down to earth. Maybe. Here's what you had. Now, here's the difference between those two games and Saturday. You had to do that in those two games. You had to do that. And I understand it. When you've got to do it, when that's the only chance you've got to win, you don't have any other chance. I get that. And I think Joey McGuire, and probably rightfully so early on in the Tech tenure, felt like, oh, my God, we suck. Look at these players. They're horrible. We got to get our own guys in. This is brutal. We can't do it. My God, go for it on fourth down every time. We get that. Chris, if we won a game, 3-2, I'd be a happy fan. I didn't find it boring, says Jeff. I was hoping we weren't going to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Tech's good at that. 50+ years. All right, we gotta get out of here tonight. We appreciate everybody jumping in, whether you're on YouTube, Twitter. If we were having problems on Twitter with communication and you guys getting your comments or anything, again, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Right now, it's regularly on YouTube. Subscribe to our Facebook or follow or like it. Right now, it's regularly on Facebook. They work just fine. We love Twitter, YouTube. We get huge replays and stuff on that. But if you want to comment, jump in on that, do that. We're going to be with you in the morning, theraiderland.com. Tuesday's best. We give you a topic. You give us your two best examples or comment on that. We also will have our Raiderland hot links, which are really cool. I hope you guys like the hot links. You know, like putting them out there and everything. I figured if I like them, you're going to like them. So that's going to be in the morning. We try to post between 8:30 and 9:30 every day. It just kind of depends. And sometimes I have to wait on some of the sites. Here's a little inside baseball. To link some of the things that I think you guys are going to like, I got to wait for them to post it. So it's not like 24 hours stale. So I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, finally we got that. We can put that up there. We do everything else. So that's theraiderland.com. I ask you tonight, share this. Put it on when I put this on our website, theraiderland.com. Link to it on Twitter, on Facebook, and everything else. Invite people in. Tell them, hey, the replay's cool. You guys have a lot of friends out there that don't get enough tech coverage, sometimes even in Lubbock, sadly. So invite them on in. There we go. Hold on. She's such a great Red Raider fan. I got to put her comment on there. Offense wins games. Defense wins championship. Give me a low-scoring, tight, well-played game every day. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jeff. They're on YouTube. Oh, crap. All right. We're way over. I got to tell all right. Dadgummit. I guess I got to tell the story about my son. So he comes into town. He's a freshman at West Texas A&M. He comes into town this weekend, obviously out of clean clothes, had to do laundry. Saturday night, him and a couple of friends, they go out to the South Plains Fair. Knock yourself out. Have fun. So about 10 o'clock, or fairly early, they're on the porch, the big wooden porch at the hacienda. Hear the footsteps coming in. Dogs. I'm like, crap. What's going on? Well, it's him. He's back. He's back early from the South Plains Fair. And as he opens the door and he kind of saunters in, he's wearing only his underwear. Only in his underwear. Odd, to say the least, carrying his clothes in what looked like 2 plastic bags from a convenience store. So, as you can imagine, our curiosity grew as parents. Welcome back home. We're glad you're in town. Why are you coming back from the fair in your underwear? Well, so he had made a poor food decision, apparently, with some sort of flaming hot Cheeto, corn dog, cheese concoction, and had gobbled that down. And then after that, his buddies had convinced him, hey, let's ride one of these tilt-a-whirl type things and everything else. He's like, I don't think that's a good idea. He got on it anyways. And at some point during the tilting and the whirling, the tilting, the said food reversed itself out of his belly upon himself and what he was wearing. And that was the end of the night. So with a probably 35, 45-minute drive at least from there to come back to the casa, he decided that it would be more comfortable, instead of wearing the puke-covered wardrobe, to disrobe and drive home in his underbridges. And he did. And thank God that he didn't get pulled over or anything weird happened. And he wasn't, I know your first thought is, were you drinking, son? You know? I mean, the last time that happened to me, it involved George Dickel and Jim Beam and probably Jack Daniels in some form of concoction, maybe with spaghetti. Oh, no. So there you go. He gets a helmet sticker for making it all the way home in his underbritches and puking on himself at the South Plains Fair. Gotta love college kids, right? You don't expect that. Impressive, to say the least. There you go, Timbo. Same thing. All right, so glad you guys hung around. There you go. You can share that, put it out there, theraiderland.com. We'll see you in the morning. We'll post this at theraiderland.com here in a little bit. Please share it with your friends. Enjoyed everything about the communication